Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great day. OnlyFans is back. Welcome to the reigning, defending, undefeated, undisputed, most secret podcast on this godforsaken planet. Little show we call Nobody Asked. Shawn, hosted by none other than the original Thin Black Duke, the Shogun's Decapitator, Chico Diamante himself, the Diamond Boy, me, Shawn Murray, international heartthrob, heir to the Murrays here, primary fortune, and of course, the first Jamaican in the Kentucky Derby. Today, we're going to talk about fighting for your woman. We're going to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson a little bit, and we're going to talk about a couple other things. But first, OnlyFans is back. They recognized the error of their ways, and they recanted their statement about blocking explicit content, and we're back, baby. So get your wallets out, folk. We are spending big this holiday season. Initially, I was going to have to come here and talk about how OnlyFans, fumbled the bag, but it's better that I can talk about it this way because OnlyFans banning explicit content is like the police department banning being racist. It's like, this goes hand in hand. How could you expect people to even come to this platform if they're not allowed to do what made this platform great? Niggas getting kicked out of the police academy like, oh, yeah, I forgot who made y'all, huh? You telling me I can't wear this hood? Y'all forgot what built this institution? Racism, baby. We ain't going nowhere. We just gonna move to another platform. We'll see you elsewhere. That's how the OnlyFans creators was feeling like, bro, we just gonna move elsewhere. But like, why would you get rid of us? Like, this is your bread and butter. Honestly, have any of you heard of OnlyFans before OnlyFans became what it was? Like, I had heard of it a little bit. Like, it was, for creators to be able to, produce work directly for their fans. But it's like, did nobody care about that shit? Like, I remember when Cardi B got on OnlyFans. Niggas they wasn't signing up for Cardi B's OnlyFans because of music. They thought Cardi was going to go back to, her stripper days. They thought it was going to be a little bit of a show. And it turned out it wasn't. But, hey, man, you got to charge that to the game. And it's a lot of charging it to the game in regards to OnlyFans. I know there's a couple niggas out there, you just subscribed to an OnlyFans and you thought it was going to be heat and you found out you could have just got all that shit on Instagram. I know the game, bruh. You ain't the only one who's taking some losses, you know what I mean? I've taken my fair share of lumps, and you learn from that, you know what I mean? You do some research before you pay that price, you know what I mean? You get in when they got a sale price. They usually $15 a month. They go down to $3.99 a month for a few days. Get in then. Check out the content, see what, you know what I mean? See what, what you could expect. And if you ain't feeling it, then you don't rebuild. Oh, yeah, and all the hating niggas who was like, oh, y'all gonna have to go back to getting real jobs. Y'all niggas are corny as hell, bro. It was a lot of niggas, like even going back to when OnlyFans really blew up during the pandemic, niggas was just so mad that like women could get paid. It's more than women on OnlyFans. I'm sure there's fellas, but that's not my interest, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Niggas was mad that like motherfuckers was getting paid to just show off their bodies, but it's like, why not? Like that's just jealousy, bruh. That's just jealousy, cause like if dudes could do that and it wasn't as much of a corny stigma, cause like it's not even so much like that there aren't dudes that could have like at OnlyFans, but that shit is like a bad look, like to men and women. It's like, you ever see some of them videos and it's just a nigga like humping the ground, like it's supposed to be sexy, but it's like, nigga, this is nasty, and it's nasty because it's like, bro, like stop being this thirsty, bro. Like it's not a good look. One of your homies ever put up a video of that nigga like being like showing off how he fucks, it would be like, that nigga's ostracized, bro. You out of the group chat. You're not coming on none of our vacations. Don't come hoop with us. Like, because why are you behaving like this, bro? You ain't got to go online and hump the ground, bro. Have some fucking dignity. Because a lot of times people do some shit like, yo, how would your mom feel looking at this? But I'm just like, yo, how would you feel looking at this at any other point in your life? Not today when you horny as fuck and you trying to show women that like you can fuck well or whatever. But like when you was a little bit younger, when you were a little bit older, a lot younger, like, bruh, could you live with yourself, my nigga? Like, I got so many videos or pictures of myself from the past where it's like, damn, what the fuck was I doing? What the fuck was I thinking? But a lot of it is like, you know what? I was young and I've grown from this point. But it's like, if you doing that at a certain point, I don't think you'll ever grow out of that being that type of nigga. Like a nigga who's going to hump the ground for Instagram, my nigga. You a nasty nigga. You ain't got no self-respect, and I wish the worst for you. men don't got the same liberties to do that. And that is what it is, double standard or whatever. It's not like women don't have a stigma to, showing off their bodies in that way too. But it's like, especially with OnlyFans during the quarantine, a lot of that shit just kind of went out the window. Where it's like, nigga, we trying to get paid. Y'all niggas gonna pay up. Because that's the thing. It's like, a lot of niggas don't do it because they probably wouldn't get paid for it. It's like, same reason why a lot of niggas don't do a lot of shit. Like, I know a lot of chicks started OnlyFans during the pandemic thinking they was about to get bands, and then they saw like the subscribers wasn't growing. Because you remember every chick was putting like top 0.6 on OnlyFans, top 0.14%. But a lot of y'all started OnlyFans, you was like, damn, I'm only top 97%. That means there's only 3% of OnlyFans creators that are worse than me. Maybe I wasn't cut out for this. It don't mean that you don't have the good content. It just it's hard. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with anything. Because it look easy when you see somebody else being successful, but that's just tough. I can tell you firsthand, this podcast does not do numbers, fam. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So stop being salty. Like, niggas was like, oh, y'all gonna have to get real jobs now. Like, I support anybody who was getting paid off of that shit because men are stupid. Men will pay for that shit. And you should be able to get paid off it. You ain't hurt nobody. Did y'all all see that video from this past week where the dude was at the Steelers preseason game and he was getting into a fight with a white woman and then her man felt the need to step in and then he got slumped? That video made me think, when is it okay to leave your woman out to dry? Like, when is it okay to not fight for your woman? Because in that situation, I guess my man had to fight because his woman got hit by the guy, so you gotta step in. But also, if you know you gotta put a stop to your woman before that. It shouldn't have got that far, bruh. You shouldn't have had to do that. That one was really tricky because there are many scenarios where a woman gets hit and you say to yourself, I wouldn't have done that, but I understand. It's not what you're supposed to do, but I understand. Because she shouldn't have put her hands on my man. I don't think my man should have hit her back necessarily, but you have to. The thing about fighting in general, whether it's man versus man, man versus woman, kid versus adult, whatever, is when you hit somebody, the rules go out the window. There's a certain amount of decorum you're supposed to expect where, okay, an adult's not supposed to hit a kid. A man's not supposed to hit a woman. A young person not supposed to hit an elderly person. However, you can't expect everybody to follow by the rules that you abide by. That's the thing about this world we live in. Is like there are established societal like norms and rules that we all like the codes that we abide by. But niggas don't abide. Like niggas break laws every day, like written laws. So the unspoken laws are just as likely to get broken. And that makes me think. I think the most valuable trait you can have in a partner, man or woman, is for that your partner to be reasonable. You want a reasonable partner. You want a person you could trust in any type of situation to make a somewhat reasonable decision. Fighting a nigga with dreads at a Steelers game, that's not a reasonable decision. You know what I'm saying? So if you know your girl not reasonable, you have to shut that down way before. That's another valuable trait. Motherfuckers knowing when your partner can't hold their liquor, once they have crossed the threshold of being drunk, you have to be on high alert, nigga. You are Kevin Costner right now, my nigga, the bodyguard. You have to stop this. Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. That's what so few adults have come to grasp. It's like, you ain't gotta get the last word. And I'm a nigga who spent his entire life trying to get the last word. And I've taken many L's because of it. Verbally, physically, like emotionally. Sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. And that goes for white women especially. Shut the fuck up, white women. What else we got? That is the sound of Elaine Thompson-Herah and Sherry Ann Fraser-Price running past Sha'Carri Richardson out of the blocks. Man, she got fucking smoked. And I'm not here to clown Sha'Carri Richardson at all. Like, the internet's done enough of that. I'm mostly here to big up my Jamaican sisters. You know what I mean? And this next thing's about to sound weird because I just called them sisters, but Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, please DM me. Like, dog, can we talk about that? Like, why is that not being talked about more? Shelly Ann Fraser-Price is serious, brother. She's serious. Like, She one of them ones. She one of them ones that have you on your Kevin Little, nigga. Like, let me hold you, girl, caress my body. You got me going crazy. Turn me on, turn me on. Turn me on, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. Like, please, like, I know you one of the fastest women to ever live, but like, if you running, I'm chasing after you, bro. I'm gonna catch you, girl. Like, please, run straight to my DMs. Run straight into my heart, man. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, I love you, Shelly Ann. We'll talk later. I gotta talk about your arch nemesis, Shakira. Well, actually, not your arch nemesis because she wasn't even in the pack, bro. She got cooked up. Live by the sword, die by the sword. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you had all that time to prep, baby girl. Like, where you was at? Like, it's like Drake. Yeah, I waited for 4 days, nigga. Where y'all at? Like, we waited some months. You should have been training, nigga. And again, this is not to clown her. It's just like, you got cooked, man. I'm sorry. What I respect is she took that L and she wore that. But then she was after. Like, once you take the L, that's it. You can't try to follow up on some like. But by the way, y'all niggas talking shit. Of course we talking shit. And this is my point. It's not even about Shakira Richardson. It's about like the worst part about every popular thing is its fans across the board. Why do most people hate LeBron? Other than the decision, LeBron fans. Why do people most hate Steph Curry? Steph Curry fans. Like, it's just the fandom. Like, just hop off and just shut the fuck up. Like, let them be great. You ain't got to be on they, like, you don't got to defend everything they do. Like, niggas was online talk about, oh, a lot of y'all couldn't beat her in a race, but y'all, like, nigga, what does that have to do with anything? Like, what has that ever been a prerequisite to talking shit is that you have to be able to do what that person does better or else. Like, nigga, who gives a fuck? I will never beat Shakira Richardson in a race, probably. However, she not gonna beat me in these jokes, nigga. I'm gonna cook that ass up. And I didn't even spend a lot of time on Twitter, like, joking on her, but it's like, of course niggas is joking on her, especially somebody who popped that much shit and in your face and confident. It's like, niggas is gonna wait. It's not even so much that we're waiting on your downfall. It's like, we are now using your words against you. You was talking all this shit. Now you gotta live with it. And not to say that only people who talk shit get cooked, but it's especially like delicious when you get to cook somebody who was talking crazy. Y'all niggas gotta stop feeling the need to be like the cheerleader for these motherfuckers. Like, other than like just cheering, like say, hey, rah rah, great, you know what I mean, we love you. Y'all niggas gotta stop like loving these people as if they're like there's somebody you don't know. These niggas, you don't gotta defend them. They can do it on their own. The best way for Shakira Richardson to be defended is for her to run a great race. Not for you to say like, oh, whoa, you know what I mean? A lot of y'all niggas just be running to the fridge. Shut the fuck up. We gonna run right into her fucking mentions and clown her. And it's mainly because of niggas like you. Because y'all just make it worse. Y'all just gonna make this shit go on for years. Y'all gotta learn how to let shit die. Just let it die. Like Shakira Richardson's dream of being the fastest woman on earth. All right, nobody's asked Shawn. Let's get to some questions. Send in your questions however you can, and I will get to them at my earliest fucking convenience. Let's do it. What do you think about the live action Cowboy Bebop remake? That shit looks horrible, man. I'm really sad. I'm really sad about it, man. Like, Cowboy Bebop is incredible. I've never heard a single person be like, yeah, that shit was ass. Like that shit was whack or it was mid. Like everyone is sort of universally has the same reverence for Cowboy Bebop, except apparently the people who made the live action remake. Like that shit. Like, first of all, it's like I think John Cho's cool. I think he's a good actor. I think he's, you know what I mean? But maybe 20 years ago, like, that nigga's like 45, bro. Like, supposed to be like, I don't think he should be played by Timothy Chalamet, but like that type of age range and like the level of like kind of cool and like kind of sulky, mysterious, but also like a total fucking idiot goofball. Again, I don't think Timothy Chalamet should play him, but Timothy Chalamet has the same type of like build and sort of look as maybe it should be Timothy Chalamet. This nigga John Cho, he shouldn't be Spike. I should be Spike, bro. I've said it before. Like when my hair is down, I'll show you a picture. Like I'll be looking like Spike. I should be Spike, bro. Like I got the build. I have the aloof attitude. I'm a fuck up. I am a sad sack. I am a romantic. I make a fool of myself. I get my ass kicked, but I also, you know what I mean? I show up sometime from time to time. I should be Spike. And here's the thing. I'm someone who could totally hold adaptations as separate entities. Like it's an adaptation of this feel this story. But it doesn't have to be a one-to-one adaptation. I don't think the characters have to look exactly like they looked in the anime. I don't think they have to sound exactly. I mean, but it has to capture the feel, and I don't think it's going to capture the feel. It looks cheaply produced, and I know it's not. I think it's just a bad idea overall because anime should never be recreated in live action. I think there are some good ones out there, like the Rurouni Kenshin movies are supposed to be really good and really kind of translate like anime movement and animation into live action as well as it can be done. But like generally speaking, like anime is so fantastical. Not even just like the crazier ones like Naruto, but even something like Cowboy Bebop. Like the way people move is not one to one. It's like it's so stylized, and sometimes when you try to stylize that shit in live action, it loses the luster because like bodies aren't the same in anime. Like it's different. I'm gonna give it a shot because I love the hell out of Cowboy Bebop, but I'm not encouraged by what we've seen so far. Those images. What's the best NBA Jam combo aside from Ewing and Oakley? You're just saying Ewing and Oakley because you're a Knicks fan. There's like 7 other better combos than them. Charles Barkley and Dan Marley, Dominique and Stacey Augmon, John Stockton and Redacted, Sean Kemp and Benoit Benjamin, like a fucking Reggie Miller and fucking Detlef Schrempf. Mainly because that nigga Reggie Miller, you could kind of carry the team on your own. I don't know what you was thinking, bruh. Ewing and Oakley are not the ones. If you had to lose a limb, which one would it be? Definitely wouldn't be my left hand, I guess. My left arm? None. Nah. I refuse to answer questions like this, my nigga. I wouldn't want to lose a limb. And like if I was put in a position where niggas like, yo, you gonna lose whatever, like a limb, so pick one. I'm like, my nigga, you pick one. Like that's not nice to do that to me. I'm not picking. You pick. No, I'm not losing no limbs. You decide. Like which limb do you want me to lose, my nigga? That's the question you gotta ask, because like it feels like that's what's being said right now, is that you want me to lose a limb. So which one is it? You tell me. What are your thoughts on BBLs? I just need to clarify, when you talk about BBLs, you're referring to big beefy lumberjacks? Because I'm in full support of those guys. The guy on the brawny paper towel. I wonder what that guy's name is. What would you think his name would be? I feel like he's like a Patrick or like a Carl. I love a strapping, handsome bearded man. But if you're talking about Brazilian butt lifts, yucky. No thank you. I don't like butts. What the fuck you mean? Of course. I think it's great. What I don't like about BBLs is the same thing I don't like about when niggas get like fake hairlines. Like if you left on Friday and you didn't have a hairline, how dare you come in on Monday? I need to see the transition. And that's the thing. That's why I like when women get an ass naturally. Not because I'm against like plastic surgery or whatever. I just think I want to see the progression. I don't think you should be able to just take that leap forward like that. That shit's not fair. A lot of times chicks will get a BBL and they start walking around with like fat ass energy, and it's like, bro, this ain't you. You wasn't not like this last week. You was not like this last month. Now all of a sudden you a bad bitch. You got all this confidence, my nigga, and like you deserve to have confidence. But like you didn't earn this, my nigga. In a year's time, when we become accustomed to you just having a fat ass, then you could behave like this. But like overnight, you can't just become like I'm walking around like I got a fat ass, because like my nigga, I know the old you. It's like that's my problem. Like if you used to have braids for a long time and then you cut your hair, everybody you meet from this point forward only knows you as a nigga with a low cut. You know what I mean? But everyone who already knew you, we knew you when you had braids. So I have to say this about BBLs: you can only act like you got a fat ass to the motherfuckers that you just now meeting. I know the real you. You was not caked up. You was not double cheeked up on a Thursday. And I think you should behave as such. Get the fuck out of here. How dare you? What is the purpose of life? To get a BBL. No, seriously. The purpose of life is to be nice to other people, make everyone's life easier. I think that's generally what I believe, is that the purpose of life is for you to make everybody else around you not have to have a miserable life. What song do I want played at my funeral? Celebrate good times, come on. Yeah, I mean, I hope niggas is celebrating that I'm gone. I hope that pack is going up in my honor or in my disrespect. New Person, Same Old Mistakes by Tame Impala, one of the greatest songs ever made. Because that's probably also another way that I died, is that I you know what I mean? I made the same mistake I always made. This time it got me killed. Seriously though, I would love to hear like Space Song by Beach House played. That'd be a good song. That's got like an ethereal quality. It's uplifted, but it's also kind of somber and sad. Yeah, play that shit. Go-to ice cream truck treat. The strawberry shortcake ice cream bar with the crunchies on the outside. Best ice cream in the world. Final question. What did I want to be when I grew up? More successful than I am now. That's the segment for this week. That is the episode for this week. Like, subscribe, share, save, all that stuff. Shawn Murray International Film Festival is coming soon. That's it. As always, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.